It's wild to think how digital culture is basically woven into everything we do in higher education these days. I mean, technology isn't just a tool, it's really shaping how students learn, interact, and even what they expect from their universities.
Honestly, I see it all the time. Students now hardly remember a world without online platforms or instant messaging. It's not just about swapping textbooks for tablets. Digital culture is changing the entire vibe of academic life. Take online learning, for example. That's a huge shift from the old lecture hall days.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's not just about convenience. Digital culture brings in new norms like preferring interactive, multimedia content instead of endless readings or one-way lectures. I've noticed students really thrive when they can discuss, share, and collaborate online, almost like learning becomes a group project.
That's so true. Though, funny enough, while some students love the flexibility of online classes and group chats, others really miss having face-to-face time. There's just something about bumping into classmates or chatting with professors in person that digital spaces can't totally replicate. Still, the flexibility is a game changer, especially for people juggling work or family.
Totally. And digital culture isn't just about where we learn, but how we connect. Collaboration tools and social media mean you can exchange ideas or get feedback any hour of the day. It kind of builds this sense of community, even if everyone's logging in from different time zones.
What surprises me most is how quickly people adapt to online teamwork. I've seen students run full-on group projects using only shared docs and chat threads, but that brings its own headaches, like keeping discussions respectful, sifting through misinformation, and just figuring out digital etiquette along the way.
Exactly, the freedom to connect comes with the need for new skills. Critical thinking becomes essential, not just for assignments, but for deciding what's reliable online. It's kind of like navigating a huge library, where not every book is trustworthy, and the librarian's on lunch break.
That's a perfect analogy, and it leads right into the importance of digital literacy. These days, just knowing how to use an app isn't enough. You need to analyze info, protect your privacy, and understand how your online actions affect others. Schools are starting to teach these skills, but it's still a work in progress for a lot of places.
Right. And while we're making strides, there are still some real barriers. Not every student has a fancy laptop or reliable Wi-Fi, so that digital divide can really impact who gets the most out of these new opportunities. It feels unfair, and schools have to get creative to close those gaps.
I've heard of campuses lending out devices or boosting their Wi-Fi coverage, but even then, there's a learning curve, especially for folks who didn't grow up with this tech. And let's not forget the educators. Professors are under pressure to keep up with the latest platforms, sometimes with very little training or time to experiment.
Exactly. And if teachers feel overwhelmed, that can trickle down to students too. Investing in professional development makes such a difference. Giving instructors hands-on support or just a safe space to try things out can boost everyone's confidence with digital tools.
It really comes down to building an inclusive digital culture, one that supports both students and staff, no matter their background. And as technology keeps evolving, staying open-minded and willing to learn is probably the best skill anyone can have right now.
So true. The way digital culture keeps transforming higher ed means we all need to be adaptable students, teachers, everyone. It's not just about mastering new apps, but about being ready to question, learn, and change as the tech landscape evolves.
And honestly, that attitude, being curious and committed to lifelong learning, is going to matter even more as jobs and industries change too. If schools can foster that mindset, they're setting people up not just to survive in the digital age, but to thrive.
Couldn't have said it better. Embracing digital culture with open eyes gives us a chance to make education richer and more accessible for everyone. Here's hoping we keep moving in that direction.